Good evening, everyone. My name is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket. We are back with another recap of The Voice Season 19. Actually, last night was the final night of the Blind Auditions. So not only are we going to recap last night's episode, but we have a special guest to help us do that. Tonight, we have Thunderstorm Artis joining us. He was on last season's The Voice, placed top 3 on Team Nick, and I'm very excited to be talking to Thunderstorm again, and we will wait on him to join. But yeah, if you were watching this, maybe you're like me and we just needed a little break from election results, so I completely understand that. So thank you for watching. If you have questions for us, let us know. Also, now that the blinds are done, let me know who some of your favorite artists are. And Thunderstorm has requested, so I'm going to bring him in now. So yeah, definitely comment. Let us know who you're rooting for, who you think the top coach team is right now. But I'm very excited to see how the season goes. And Thunderstorm is here live with us right now. Welcome, dude.
Dude, what's up?
Nothing much. Good to see you again.
Good to be here, man. Good to be here, dude.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to recap the episode, but first, I definitely want to see how you're doing, recap us on your life, give us any great updates that you have. Tell us everything.
Yeah, man. Life's been good, kind of after The Voice, being married. I got married in the live session. So yeah, a lot of things going on, in the midst of all the COVID and stuff, still being able to make music. We got a single coming out pretty soon and
awesome.
Things happening. So it's been really cool to stay productive. Got new stuff just happening in my life. So it's been amazing. I'm living
That's awesome.
Last time
That's awesome. So cool. I know that you recently did something with Todd Tillman too, right?
Yeah, we played together out in Tennessee, man. It was a lot of fun with him and just hash up some old stories about last season, man. It was a lot of fun.
Love it. And I know last time we talked, which was a while ago, but y'all had mentioned maybe trying to do Greece for the honeymoon, but were you even able to travel, or is that still on hold?
I'm still on hold, man. We're still waiting for Europe to kind of open up to the US.
Yeah.
But we're planning on as soon as we get the news that we can go somewhere, we're setting up.
You're out of here. Yeah. I love it. Well, tell me what you thought. Did you get a chance to watch last night's episode?
I did. I actually had to watch it today because I don't have TV.
I watched it literally a few hours ago. Yes, got it. Same boat.
Man, there was some mad talented people, man. This whole season's been really cool to watch. A lot of people coming out from Nashville, which is really cool to see.
Yes, a lot from Nashville. Yep.
Yeah, so it was really sweet, man. I'm trying to think of the lady that they had. She opened up, she came out first tonight, and she just killed it with her song. It just right away just hit me in my heart, just my soul. She went on Team John, I believe. And it was just,
it was Julia.
Yeah.
What was her last name? Julia Cooper. Julia Cooper.
Dude, when she came out and she sang her song, just the first few notes in the beginning, I was like, okay, yeah, this is someone who's gonna go a long way. And dude, and same thing with Cammy from the other day, man. It's just been crazy to see how much talent has been on this season. So it's just really cool, but also just to be able to for me, man, I've got to experience what these guys have experiencing right now. It's pretty cool just seeing all the different nerves and things background, just reading people's emotions and whatnot, dude. This season is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see how the battles are going to turn out.
Absolutely. And it was interesting because Kelly kind of compared Julia and Cammy, and they both actually did go with Team Legend. What's your opinion on that? Do you think it matters if an artist is similar or comparing each other's artists on the same team?
Well, they can be, I know for sure she was comparing them also to try to get her to kind of lean not towards John. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put the little extra thing in there. But at the same time, I think they're different enough that their individuality and their talent is really going to come across. The beautiful things what having someone who sounds similar to you is that when it comes battle, knockout round, you can sing a song that you both can take approach and will probably have the same taste of music. And I think for those artists, it's going to work out in their favor that they're not singing someone who's in a totally different genre than them.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure probably they're going to end up getting paired up. I mean, especially since Kelly kind of already linked them up. I think they're going to get paired up in the battle or the knockout, and I can't wait to see how that turns out.
Oh, but I don't want that to happen because I kind of want them to both go pretty far. So, guess we'll see. Yeah.
There's always a steal.
Yes.
I mean, about all people, I kind of know that, man.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of cool to see, man. This season, I think there's a lot of talent, and so I think a lot of people are going to go a long way, and I can't wait to see how it all boils down.
So much talent, and they fit in so much talent in just that last episode last night to finish out the blinds. What'd you think of Worth the Wait, the only group we have this season?
Wait, say it one more time. Sorry, my phone just
Oh
cut
no,
out.
good. You're good. What do you think of Worth the Wait, the only group that we have for season 19?
Oh, dude, I thought it was actually pretty cool. Like, I've seen duos on The Voice. Like, what we had, like
Yeah.
Hello Sun was on one of the seasons, and like amazing. And so seeing a trio there, like two daughters and a mother, I thought that was just really, really cool and just really powerful. And it came out right away, just with one individual voice, and that turned someone around. And then when it came on, I was like, oh man, that's just like a cherry on top.
Yeah.
Like, so it's going to be really cool to see kind of how they're able to sync up through the next levels of The Voice, because like when you get into the battles, that's when they're going to throw a song at you that's really going to try to knock you off guard. And so I'm really interested in seeing how they carry on, man. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It was a sweet, cool on The Voice, man. It's like you don't see a lot of trios nowadays, and so it was really
Trios, especially mom and two daughter trios. Like, I think that's the coolest part about it, honestly.
Yeah.
And fun trivia for everyone watching, but the first trio that was ever on a season of The Voice they were called the Bundys. They were on season 16 on Team Kelly. So that was not the first trio that we saw, but there hasn't been that many for sure. And I'm excited to see how they do.
Yeah. Looks
Thunderstorm.
like in the
Oh,
that was
Best love.
And I really loved her performance. I thought she did amazing. So big what up to you, Chloe.
Love it. Any other artists you want to mention, or anyone that really like took your attention away?
Man, there's a girl named Peyton. I think Blake turned for her the last second. I was super happy she got this. She has such a unique and powerful voice. But also, like, Chloe, who's here, I mean, I believe she did the song What the World Needs Now. And, like I had to message her right after. So I was like, yo, like, your rendition of that song was so powerful. And I think so much what the world needs to hear right now in the season that we're going through. I mean, with all the stuff happening and whatnot, it's amazing to see a message of a song that was written so long ago kind of being brought back up again. And amazing. There's so much talent in this season. That's all I can say, man. And like, I can't wait to see how it all boils down in the battles. I'm excited.
Yeah. Speaking of like bringing back a song, I loved Emily's rendition of How Will I Know from Whitney Houston. I was like, oh, I mean, I already loved that song, but her take on it was really cool. Super cool.
Cutting it in half, like at the beginning, where she kind of like put it at half speed. I was like, that was such a smart choice. I mean, the beautiful thing about that song is that since it's so like fast and high pace, like you don't have a lot of time to really show a lot of your vocal range and control and the beauty of it. And so she did that with cutting that song in half. Like if that was her decision or the band's decision, it was such a great decision, because I think that was right away what snapped and like got the coach to turn around. Like things the things like that are what makes you stand out, because it shows a creativity that you can show on a song that's already been written and done by Whitney Houston. I mean, it's a challenge.
Right.
Houston song. Like that's just, you're walking out there like, yo, I'm putting everything on the line.
Absolutely. So I personally have to at least talk a little bit about Bailey Ray, because she's from Oklahoma and so am I. So you say you're from Oklahoma, you're already like one of my favorites. So what'd you think of her? And she is a country artist, but she went with legend, right? Yes. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that?
I could be wrong. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. But Bailey Ray John was one of the last teams that was available. So he was the only person.
Yes. Yeah, both Kelly and Blake said they would have turned for her if their teams weren't full. Yeah.
Like themselves for in the battle round. Like if John messes up, like, man, I loved her tone. Dude, she had such a gorgeous tone to a voice, man. Like it's rare that you come across a lot of different, like this show I think really does an amazing job with showcasing people who you wouldn't hear normally. And so for Bailey, man, I really loved her tone. I love her style. I love her approach to her song. And I'm really interested in seeing what John's going to do with her on his team. Like, it's really cool because I think a lot of people are not going to respect the fact that John knows a lot about country or that approach. But I think he's going to pull out some other things from her as well. And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I see her doing some big things on the show. I'm super excited about Bailey.
Man, she's going to, dude, I think we're going to see it boil down and it's going to be amazing just to like, to watch things happen.
Right. And it's just like today's episode or last night's episode is fresh on my mind, but it's going to be interesting next week. Cause then I'm like, oh yeah, she's really talented and she's really talented. He's really awesome. So It's gonna be a lot.
Oh man, when it starts like boiling down and boiling down and boiling down, that's where it's kind of like, man, that's when you're gonna start seeing the realness come out. I mean, because
Yeah.
Blinds is that place where you're able to come and you share the song that's on your heart. It's a part of you. The battles where you start going through, where the gears start grinding. That's when you start to see what you made up. The nerves are really going to get to you, and the knockouts are just even tougher. So it's going to be amazing to see how people are able to adapt and kind of move through. And it's crazy they have to do all this during COVID. I mean, that was something that I'm amazed by, man. Like, I love the new virtual thing they had going on, where like after your family's on that big iPad wall thing. I was like,
Yes.
awesome, dude. Even
bringing them in like right after they perform, like they're still on stage and they blast them up on a big screen. I was like, that's really cool.
So thoughtful.
Yeah.
It just shows a lot. I think what the world doesn't see from The Voice is the family side behind it and the production team. They care a lot about the contestants, but they also care a lot about their families and just making sure everyone feels included. And I think that's amazing. I think that's something that surely should get some more light on.
Well, I'll tell you, I know the plan was not for y'all to have to perform at home, but I did think that was one of the silver linings and the positive things, is because we got to see you at your home and your families, and I don't know, like that. I agree. I wish we could see more of the families, and I think that y'all got that chance to do that when you were forced to perform from home that whole last half of the season.
Whew, that was a fun moment, man.
Yeah.
Back on it and like recognizing, man, that happened. That's what we had to do, because we had to. It was a lot of work. I can't say a lot about what we had to do and how we had to do it, but it was a lot of work and it was a lot of fun. Beautiful thing about the fact that I could be there with my wife and that we were there together and we worked through. We sat and it was so much fun. It's like, if you ever want to have a really cool experience being newly married, just go on The Voice and do the last round. It'll be a lot
and throw in a world pandemic, and yeah, it's great.
Gumbo at that point, just throwing everything in the pot.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Thunderstorm, I will let you go, but thank you so much for joining us tonight, recapping that last episode with me, and maybe we'll reach out to you again towards the end of the season to get your thoughts, see if some of your favorites made it to the end, and yeah, thank you so much.
No, dude, my pleasure. And once again, guys, if you guys have questions, be sure to shoot it to this page here, Hollywood Junket, but also shoot me some questions if you have some about the season, of who I'm thinking of and whatnot. If you even have questions about maybe signing up for The Voice and wondering how that experience was, feel free to message us, man. We're looking forward to seeing how this thing turns out. And many blessings to everyone, all the contestants who made it thus far. I'm stoked for you guys. That
is super nice of you to do, and y'all should take advantage of that for sure. You can find them at Thunderstorm Artis. That's correct, right? Just your name? Yeah, perfect. Easy. Well, Thunderstorm, thank you again, and hopefully we will talk to you in a few weeks maybe and see how you're doing.
Let's do it. All right.
Awesome. Have a great night.
Take care. Have a good night.
And guys, that'll wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for joining us. If you did, we really appreciate it. We will be doing more live interviews throughout the whole season. In fact, tomorrow we will be live with Allegra Miles, another contestant from last season's The Voice. She and I will be recapping all of the blind episodes. So now we've got 40 contestants headed into the knockouts. We're going to talk about some of our favorites, some of the standouts. And I hope you join me tomorrow. That'll be noon Pacific time, 2 p.m. Central. But again, my name is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.